Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
And today,
We're talking about all the things that drive Mexicans insane.
especially me.
I'm very excited for this video because sadly, in our past, I've experienced a bunch of things where she exploded.
That's what she said.
What?
No, yeah, the first 2 months of our relationship were very difficult.
Dieser Weg war kein leichter.
But I worked on myself. I realized it was a problem, so I started trying to meditate and relax.
I'm very curious how you're gonna feel when we mention those things. If you agree with us, please let us know in the comments down below, okay?
Let's see if you can relate.
The first thing, I call it the Mexican with the sombrero leaning against the cactus.
God,
Okay, so
I'm getting angry already, guys. I remember.
So I was in an airport and she was not with me, but I saw a guy sitting on the floor leaning against something and
Probably
I don't know,
super tired,
like
yeah.
sleeping, right? And I took a photo of him, I sent it to Joss and I said, look, looks like the typical Mexican. Like the
Can
Mexican
you believe that? How offensive.
that somehow in Germany I saw a bunch of times. It's a stereotype. It's even on a tequila bottle. The thing is, before I went to Mexico and before I dated her, I didn't know anything about Mexicans or Mexico. So I thought, maybe that's what they do in Mexico. But actually, when I got here, I realized they're working super hard, dude.
And that's why I got very angry at him. When he told me that,
You were like, you
my people are working all day long, you know, I started getting super patriotic. So yeah, it was a hard time for us, but gladly now, he thinks differently.
So the next point is, don't assume that everything Mexico has to offer is like they show it in Narcos. Not everything is mafia, crime, and all bad, because Mexico has a lot to offer, which is very beautiful.
Preach, sister. Yes, queen.
Okay.
Actually, I have friends that are from the US
Uh-huh.
that tell me I would never go to Mexico. And I'm like, why? Because of mafia.
Actually, last week we met an older couple from the US that now is living in Mexico.
In Ajijic.
Ajijic. Their family doesn't want to come visit because they think everything is all dangerous and bad.
Yes, you have to be cautious, but it's not just that. There's so much more to Mexico to see, and if you are careful and you know which areas to go to, you should be fine.
This is what I got to experience myself personally, and that is, don't hate on their beloved Mexican food that they could eat night and day. Mexicans are so proud of their food. And if a gringo or a German comes and says, this elote is super eckies,
Oh,
they're like,
man.
oh no, you didn't.
You're cancelled, sister.
When I made the video about me trying elote for the first time, I didn't even say it was bad. Actually, I said in the video, I kind of like it, but then I said, it's a little bit eckies.
Oof.
Some people took it totally the wrong way and said, then go back to your country, you stupid guy.
I actually get also hate because of that. Because ever since I was younger, I was a very picky eater. So I've never tried tortas ahogadas. I've never tried carne en su jugo. You know those things that a lot of people eat every day.
Yeah.
People go crazy at me. Who does she think she is? She thinks she's American, but she looks super Mexican. She cannot even...
Okay.
That's how they sound in my head.
But my advice is, never say Mexican food is bad, because Mexican food is super diverse.
Especially also because in Mexico we tend to offer food to everyone. So if you go to my grandma's house, she would be like, "Hijito, come eat this mole," and you hate mole
Because I get diarrhea afterwards.
But you have to eat it because it's my grandma.
Okay, since we're talking about older people,
Okay.
let's keep going to my next point.
Yes.
Never disrespect the elderly by saying tu.
Oh.
Don't say it to grandparents and neither in school.
People think they're so cool. They bother me. I already ranted about this before. But people are so annoying. The teachers, I'm a doctor. Call to me by Dr. Joss. Oh my God. From now on, you call me Master Joss because I have a master's.
Oh.
Yeah, I think in Germany especially it's very different because I've seen Yannick getting angry at his grandpa.
Yeah, when somebody's grumpy with me and offending me, I hang up the phone. Doesn't matter who it is.
Yes, and I was like, did you just hang up the phone on your grandpa? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, but it's your abuelo.
Now, before I get to the point that makes Joss the angriest, let's talk about our sponsor of this video, which is Lingoda.
Yes, Lingo Dove.
Duh.
We love them so much. We've actually talked about them several times on our channel before. If you've been around, you know them already.
In case you're wondering what Lingoda is, with Lingoda you can take language classes online from certified native speakers. And now you have the chance to take 3 months of language classes for free. And on top of that, they give you a free Cambridge assessment test in case you take English as your language.
If you're wondering how can you take these 3 months for free, then let me explain. They have 2 different promotions, the sprint and the super sprint. If you decide to take the super sprint, then you're committing to take 30 classes a month for 3 months. If you follow all of the rules, and there are a lot of rules, so please read them. We don't want any misunderstanding. If you follow all of the rules and you attend all of the classes, you will get 100% refund at the end.
And if you don't have that much time, you can choose the sprint promotion. There you have to take 15 classes a month for 3 months. And if you also attend all the classes, you get a 50% refund at the end.
These are the languages you can choose from.
And here are the dates that you need to remember. You can sign up for the sprint promotion until March 24. The sprint itself starts on April 8 and goes until July 6.
If you want to secure your spot, make sure to sign up soon enough because the spaces are very limited and sometimes they sell out, so you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. You have to pay a deposit of 49 euros and they're gonna refund the deposit to you if you complete all of the rules.
So guys, if you're up for the challenge, then click on the link in our description. With that link, you get a 10 euro discount on the deposit.
And make sure to read all of the rules. We cannot stress this enough because we want you to succeed.
And now let's get to my next point.
Oh my god.
I gotta tell you, yesterday, I was actually talking to my ex. Is your heart beating fast?
No, I'm fine.
Are you?
Fine. I wanna cry.
So,
No, I mean, it's okay.
I was kidding.
Yes, I know.
No, you
I'm
didn't
like,
know.
By the way, greetings to your ex if she's watching.
So here's my theory. It probably doesn't go for every Mexican. For her, in the beginning, it got a lot better now. And for a lot of her friends, they don't want the partner to keep talking to the ex. Cut the contact, cut everything, boom, gone,
Shut
out
them
of my
up.
life.
Wait, let me tell you something. Telenovela ready.
That's the thing. We both think it's because of telenovelas.
Now, for guys, it's similar though. I'm not gonna
I don't
say
know.
it's just a girl problem because I know some guys that are very territorial too.
Yeah.
I feel like we've met halfway. I don't get that crazy
No.
because it's been 5 years.
Oh, wow, great.
At the end of the day, the only person that is hurting is you. I was like, Yannick is living his life. His ex doesn't even think about me. Probably his ex is like,
She doesn't give a damn about you.
No, it's the same thing. I don't care about my ex's new girlfriend.
Yeah.
So probably your ex-girlfriend doesn't care about me either.
No.
So the only one in this whole story that is freaking out and being all crazy is me.
True, it's all in your head. Because actually nothing is happening. And I think it's totally fine if you just ask once in a while, hey, what's up with your life? How are you doing? It's part of your life, it's part of your history. And she doesn't agree with me at all. Okay, let's keep going.
If you just say hi and talk on WhatsApp a little bit, it's fine.
Okay. Hi, honey.
If you call me. Are those all, everything you have?
Yes, these were the 5 points.
It's not bad, but you've made me angry way more times than 5. So I have a bigger list.
Okay.
This is just for a couple of people. It doesn't really bother me that much. But a bunch of Mexicans hate when people call United States citizens Americans. Because they're like, I'm American too, I live in America.
A lot of the times I say Americans to the US people.
And
Because
me
it's
too,
just-
me too. It used to piss me off a lot.
Uh-huh.
But then I got so annoyed with United States citizen. I was like,
US citizens.
that's why I just started saying Americans because like, ain't nobody got time for US citizen.
Yeah, I know.
When somebody, especially your German boyfriend, tells you that he can take more chili than you.
That's what she said.
Can you take more chili than me? Damn.
It's true, I can take a lot more chile than her.
Say spiciness, please say spiciness.
The truth is, I can take a lot more spiciness than her. It's just out there on the table, boom.
Ugh, but he keeps reminding me every single time he eats a jalapeno. He has to be like, I'm eating a jalapeno and you're not. I guess I'm more Mexican than you. Oh my god.
And chances are high that I can also take more spiciness than 50% of you guys out there.
Eh? Don't write checks you cannot cash.
No, that's probably wrong.
Now,
But-
Mexico is known for spicy food.
Yeah.
So whenever a foreigner comes and says, this is not spicy for me, we get pissed. Oh, this one is a big one. It pisses me off a little bit when people say that Mexico is part of South America or Central America.
Why?
Because we're North America.
Yeah, but like, why is it so bad?
Geography is so important for us.
Oh yeah. I mean, I probably said it because it looks like it's in the center of America between the big US and Canada
Because
and the big South America.
a lot of the territory from the US was part of Mexico before.
Yeah, I know. So guys, if you want to visit Central America, just start in Mexico and then go to the south.
Oh, I know which one. This is the worst one for me. I don't like when people think they've eaten Mexican food when they haven't. And when they say, oh yeah, I love Mexican food. I eat chile con carne every day. And I'm like, there's not chile con carne in Mexico.
I mean, before I went to Mexico, I ate a couple of times chili con carne and I loved it. And because in Germany, you always get it in Mexican restaurants.
You think it's Mexican?
Of course, I think it's Mexican.
No, it's definitely not the same. And yeah, I don't like that.
So come here and try the real Mexican food and you'll see that it's pretty good. So guys, now, if you're not Mexican, you know exactly what you need to do to make a Mexican angry. You're welcome. If you have a girlfriend or boyfriend from Mexico, go ahead, try it out and let's see what happens.
Don't try it out. You don't want to see what happens. I promise you.
Please try it out and let us know in the comments what happened.
Oh my god, if you're still together or not. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up.
Subscribe to our channel if you're not already.
I will see you next week.
Adios muchachas.
Cheers.